Okay, let's get started. So today will be the Dioavolo character review. Sorry, hello. So yeah, we're gonna start this character review. This might be the only video I post today. I wasn't really feeling it today, but let's get this. So first move we have is Basu. So probably should turn on some sound. All it does is it gives you awakening, right? So. And you can cancel it whenever you want by just walking or pressing 1 again. Epitaph is your counter. I don't know how that hit me. Does 25 damage. Erasure B, dude here, is blockable, and Smack is your block rate. So this character's kind of like All Might, but has a little bit something a bit different that makes him a little better. A lot better. Is what I have to say it here. It's that his damage is too good. Okay, this will show Erasure B. 10 damage. Yeah, simple thing. Yeah, you got Smack now. 30 damage. That's so good. Okay. Like, it has such a fast cooldown too. It's comboable. It's so easy to hit. I feel like Erasure B is kind of hard to hit. I don't really see it hit, but it's more of like I use Erasure B more of a flash step to get close to the opponent. Sometimes, but sometimes I just can use Erasure B to get some free damage. You know. Sorry, I sneezed. But look how much damage that is. And by the fact that Smack gives so much awakening, and then if you die, you use Basu in the beginning just to get some extra stuff. And then you can play with Epitaph to dodge some stuff. Epitaph is a really good counter because it's very easy to. Like it's very easy to. Sorry, and the lag on this thing is so bad. But the Epitaph lasts a good amount of time, so it's a pretty good counter. That's all I really have to say. Let's go into the Awakening. Oh wait, the Awakening is so easy to get. The Awakening is a different beast. Again, he's kind of like the All Might character, but I'll explain later why he's not the All Might character. But that's why he has a very powerful Awakening. Let me turn it to Dioavolo. First, we have Stand Rush, like every other character. Fun fact: this Stand Rush is insane because it does crazy damage. Still blockable though. Razor Infinite here, or Omen, whatever it's called. Oops. Use the clone behind, right? So people will just think you're standing still, so they might go after you or do like a long range attack. So you just go in with your Epitaph and attack, and it's a block break. So. Impale just goes behind the opponent. I'm sorry, I thought it went behind the opponent. No, it just goes in the front. It puts a block break. And Epitaph is your again your your counter here. Show it off again. Still very good. It lasts a lot longer though. And when he does his little cues, like the dash, he does like the time skip thing, like kind of like Dioavolo and Giorno. Let's show Razor again. Like, this is crazy. Like, I can go behind them. Like, that's crazy. Okay, but now it's on to the insane damage of Dioavolo. And Dioavolo is not even what makes this character really, maybe even the best JoJo character. No, I think we can all agree this Dioavolo is the best JoJo character. And it's not, and his awakening is insane, but it's not his awakening that makes him insane. We'll explain that later. Here's Stand Rush here. A 2-damage Stand Rush. Dude, that's... Oh, bro. It's like... I don't even know, man. That's like 75 damage, bro. That's crazy. Erasure and Omen does. Kind of like the other Erasure pre-awakening. The same thing, but it block breaks and it's down. You have Impel here that does... Oh, this is 55. I did not even know it did that first 5 attack. Then you have Epitaph, which does 25. So before we go over, I just want to show how Epitaph lasts quite a bit. We're gonna get it back in a second. I guess I'll show off some standard. by the way, to start a Rager Omen, you kind of just end there for a second. Like, I don't know how. We'll check how long it lasts within a second. Hold up here. Okay, let's get our awakening back, and we'll see how long we can stay in a Rager form, and how long we can stay in Epitaph here. So we can stay Rager here. Right here. We can stay in a Rager form here for. Let's see how far we can go. So that's as far as we can go. That's really good, because obviously it just looks like you're AFK, but it's really fast. I feel like. And look how low cooldown is. Let's see if we can hit him from all the way over here. If we can hit this block dummy from here, it's pretty dumb. Okay, we almost can. So the range seems to be about right here for a Rager, but that's incredible, because obviously you want to be up and close. So what if I just use that like right in front of my opponent right here, something like this, just right in front of them? They would just think, why did he stop? And then I can, you know what I mean? I pressed click too early, but you know what I mean. And then Epitaph lasts as long. Not as long as Kakashi's counter, which got fixed. If you need to know that. Yeah, that's pretty insane to me. Like, that's pretty long. But now let's go over what makes this character good. It's how fast he gets his awakening, and how good this Doppio character is. Doppio has a full moveset, a very solid full moveset. He could even, I feel like he's better than some pre-awakens, and that shouldn't be the case, since he's supposed to be one of these awakening characters. He's supposed to be like, kind of like Dio, right? I mean, not Dio, I mean, All Might. Like, he starts off weak, but then when he gets his awakening, he's very strong. Like, but you can get All Might's awakening. Of course, it's not as easy to get his awakening than All Might. All Might's awakening is much easier to get. But the difference here is that, okay, the biggest problem I have with All Might, which is what I think he needs a buff for, is that when he does his awakening, he should get his health back. I don't know why that's already not a thing, because every other character in the game does that already. And that's all I think All Might needs, because I understand having him like as a glass cannon, like you just get his awakening, he's good, right? And I feel like All Might's awakening should last longer. Yeah, it's just a little bit of things I should talk about All Might. But I think All Might's very good still. Like, I think he's very solid. If you know how to play him, you're gonna dominate. But he does need those buffs, and I think everybody can agree with that. And apparently it's like a crime to say he's like the worst character in the game. I think it's just a troll though. But I don't think he's the worst character in the game. Well, whatever. This is not the All Might video. We're talking about Doppio here. Well, what Doppio has here is a crazy moveset here. A counter. Like, I'm just thinking, bro. The counter is such a good thing to have, especially a good counter. Yeah, this is like for example, I think the best counter in the game is like, dude, the counter does 25 damage is crazy, and it basically counters anything besides lava. Akainu's lava. If you just like epitaph and Akainu's lava, it'll just swing into lava. It won't. There's really no point in doing that. So if you see Akainu, do not try to be smart and like do his lava. I wish that was the case. It should be the case though. We have a Razor B, a good move already for transportation. Bro, that should have been a miss. I messed up, and it still hit. Like, that's so... He does so much damage. He gets his awakening fairly fast. He even has a move that gives him awakening. And you can move while doing it, and always you just cancel it by jumping. And there's nothing wrong with this character. And then you go into the crazy awakening that is Dioavolo. I don't know what the moves didn't change. We got a glitch. Hold on. Oh, I just realized that that move is not called a Rager Omen. It's called a Rager Alpha, and that this is called a Rager Beta. I think. Makes sense though. And I can tell you, Diablo's good. Okay, so it's not that kind of. I don't think any stand rush in the game can do that, but I just wanted to check just in case. That's a... Okay, so I don't... If you want a combo stand rush, obviously you can't do ladders. I don't know. My brain's going into ladder form though. Like a very simple combo to do is literally just erasure and wait. Combo like that. The stand rush glitch, but you can just stand rush and then after the stand rush get an M1 and then impale. It's literally an auto kill, pretty quick. We'll show it right now on the test dummies in a second. We'll get our way back though. Dioavolo does not need buffs. If anything, he might need nerfs on his damage in the beginning. And yeah, that's about it. But I think he should stay the same actually. UI, I think he could use some nerfs, a lot of nerfs actually. But I think he should just stay the same because I feel like nerfing him could mess him up, like to make him awful. And he is a Game Pass character, so I guess it makes sense why he's overpowered. So let's show it here. Oh, I guess it's a good combo there. But that's like a one-hit combo, bro. And like already at this point, if you just hit impale, I think that would even kill like a block for me. We'll show for sure. We'll get our. I want to make sure this is full block for me. Oh, we have to restart. Impale you can really only use twice if you use impale right away. So let's see if I can kill a block dummy in one combo just by, or like I want to see like if I just, even if he keeps blocking, like after I do like the stand rush, like this, after I do the erasure beast stand rush thing, I want to see if I go up to him and just use impale, it will still kill. That's a bit crazy if it does, because then if that's the case, then it really does not matter if he's blocking or not. And the stand rush is 5. I don't know if that's a thing that happens in game. I never got that in game. I think it's just like a glitch right now. But whatever the case is, that's 55 damage. The stand rush does 675. You know a good one is just impale stand rush. I think that works, right? Let's see. I don't really play Dioavolo or Doppio too much because they're not very good for free for all, and I play free for all a lot. The reason they're not good for free for all, I mean they're really good for free for all. Like they can still be very useful, but they're not as the characters I like to use in free for all because I feel like I don't know how to explain it, but I just don't like using this character in free for all. There's really no reason. I just don't really like to. Okay, we'll show it here. Oh, sorry. I'm not saying do that. Can we just like? I want to do this on a dummy here because it's rarely people ever block my impale. Can you come back? Oh, you teleport forward. So make sure for the teleport to end right there. Hold up, I want to retry that. There's really nothing really much to say. I guess I'll go over weaknesses here, not for right now. I guess the weaknesses in Diablo, in Doppio's primary form here is kind of that, that smack is kind of his big damager, and if you just kind of like predict his epitaphs, he really doesn't. As long as you dodge smack, which is a move you can dodge easily if you know it's coming, and unless he got you in a combo, so just if you outrange him with your M1s, you'll really have a nice time fighting Doppio. Because I think Doppio really relies on M1s to get the smack off, and Erasure B doesn't really, that kind of, you know. So I think like a character with a sword or even Lancer with a spear would have a really good advantage on him since your M1s are slightly bigger, which again will give you an advantage when it comes to M1s. But again, Doppio can still get the M1s off, so you have to be aware of that. And in Diavolo's version, I think the biggest weakness that Dioavolo has is that you can only use impale once, but I don't think that's the biggest weakness ever. Like, I don't really see a weakness with Dioavolo. He's just all around good character. It's kind of like All Might. Like, there's no weakness with All Might either. Like, it's just All Might's just a good character. Okay, so let's just do the impale. A kill. Yeah. Who said that the auto combos were not that brilliant? So, yeah. Thanks for watching, and you know what? I'm actually really feeling like doing this. I'm making this. I really feel like making a two-parter here. By two-parter means we're gonna go over two characters. I don't know. I just really feeling it here. We're gonna be going over a second character now. You're probably wondering which character. I think these guys deserve to be in a package deal, because I feel like it really makes sense, and I'm really having fun making this review. So, you know, we're gonna continue. And here is the person we'll be reviewing. Giorno Dioavolo. Unfortunately, the mob boss version, I only have it with the heart, with the, what do they call it? I forgot what they call it, but no, it makes it look kind of goofy, but I don't know. It's kind of, I kind of like it. So let's go over Giorno Dioavolo here, which is, I feel like, is contender for the second or third best JoJo character in this game. I feel like in order of the best JoJo characters, in my opinion, first is Dioavolo, second is either Giorno or Josuke, and then Joseph is fourth. Okay, let's start off. So we got Muda Barrage. It's like the only kind of thing that kind of goes through, like it goes through block, like if the damage even goes block, is because Muda Barrage creates like these plant things, and once it gets a little bit of damage off, the plant things will like kind of like stun the opponent. We'll show it again here. Oh, it even block breaks. I did not know that. I don't play Giorno too much. Well, most of the time people don't really block the Muda. Like, I usually hit it pretty often. It's a pretty easy move. So when I talk about the good Mudas, I'm talking about like Giorno's Mudas, Diavolo's Mudas, because I feel like Jotaro's has the worst like stand barrage in the game, because it's how far it is, and people can like kind of like block and go through it. Barrage, like he's like, if you like see his barrage coming, you block it, you can literally go through it, and he's like a free combo. Like that's the problem with Jotaro's barrage, but Muda Barrage is very good. But you can still move it, and I feel, and it comes out so like close to you that it's like different. Because Jotaro's, like if I were to do it here, it would like the stand would come out right here, but for Giorno, if I were to do it here, it comes a lot closer. I'll show you. Okay, well now we'll show Tree. This is a block break. Pretty good move. Our next move here is Life Punch. It's blockable. And it also creates these flower things again. If these flower things I don't know if that's just a barrage thing, but I think, no, also, I forgot to say it. Life Punch, here. So, like, say this guy walks into the flower, see, it creates a tree. But they're blockable, so, but most people don't block them. That's what I meant. It doesn't, cool. And I think sometimes, the Muda Barrage just creates a... I think they have to step on it, though, so... If they like try to move back in the barrage, like they try to like move a little bit back in the barrage, they'll get caught by it, and they take damage to the barrage. It's kind of just whatever with the character. So the Muda Barrage kind of depends on what your opponent does. If your opponent just stays still, they'll just get they'll get stuck in like the plant thing, and they'll take damage and get knocked back. So I feel like getting block broken is a lot worse than, but then again, most people don't even do Muda Barrages out like that. I mean, you can. It's a viable option if someone's like really pressing you with M1. Just get off. Like, if I'm at a certain range, the flowers might just spawn on them and give me a free Muda Barrage, and that's a lot of damage. Okay, well that's enough talking about that. We gotta talk about Frog now. This Frog is counter. Kind of more of a Deflector, maybe? I don't know how to explain it, but explain it here. So basically, what it does a frog. Oops. He stopped attacking. Frog has a pretty, like, it just puts out a frog in his hand, and whatever damage you take in that, when you have the frog out, the opponent will take. I'll show it right here again. Huh? What the fuck? Is the frog just not gonna work today? That's weird. Hold up. I know this works, because I literally did this yesterday. Maybe it's glitching. Okay, right now. See? Okay, yeah. So whatever damage they're gonna do, I don't think it does the exact damage they would do, but I think it does slightly less. But like, say someone hits me with a Kamehameha, that's not gonna work, because that hits multiple times, because the frog will only do the first damage, right? But say like they did do a Kamehameha, right? It might blast them back, so the Kamehameha might shift, so you still might get out of the beam. But again, it's ABA, so anything could happen. The beam might just stay on you. So the frog is a very useful. It doesn't last too long, so it's kind of hard to hit. But if you, and it has. I feel like it's pretty. So as you probably noticed, it looks like the Muda Barrage does the least amount of damage, right? But it is a block break, so we have to keep that in mind. So now we'll show off the damage here. I'm gonna kill this guy in a minute. I guess we can show Life Punch while killing. Life Punch does 20 damage. And it creates these things that when opponents step on them, they create trees that do damage. I'll show that in a second too. Hold up. I'll show that in a second though. Hold up. Okay. Muda Barrage does. Like, even though Muda Barrage doesn't look like a lot, even though it looks like it does the least amount of damage, it does half health, which, again, I feel like barrages usually do more damage, right? But that's pretty good, right? Especially for a barrage that block breaks and can keep you stunned. Next is we're gonna show Life Punch here, and we're gonna show how it like. Step on, like, let's see how much the trees do. The trees will do 8 damage and they'll stack if you hit more trees. Okay. And now we'll show, we show the normal trees does 15 damage. I feel like normal tree might be your worst move, or frog, it depends. Because Life Punch is a very good move because it creates multiple trees when they step on them. It's kind of like a minefield. Muda Barrage is definitely your best move, but normal tree is kind of hard to hit. It does have a pretty big range though whenever you place it down. So like if you just see a bunch of people clustered in a free ball, just use it and it'll just work. And frog, I just feel like it's more of a prediction move. It's kind of like like for example, let's say Gilgamesh's counter, right? It does damage to your opponent, and yeah, it's kind of like that. But Gilgamesh keeps you in place, and the frog will do damage accumulating to the damage you would have taken. Okay, now let's show our awakening. I want to say that I really want to say this awakening was very good. Yeah, it's a good awakening first, but I feel like it just, I don't know. I feel like it should have like a barrage, and I feel like that kind of. You got me. Okay, so we'll show off. Return to zero basically is just takes away your awakening. What it does is that it gets rid of your awakening and you get all your health back. I just wanted to show that off first. Let's get our awakening back here for a second. Is it gonna work? Hold up. Maybe a glitch. 1 second. So yeah, return to zero basically regains your health and takes away your awakening. So I would recommend using return to zero when you are low. I mean, like, use it like, yeah, use it when your bar is about to go out. Just no matter what health you're at. Okay, so next you have 7. We'll show 7 page meters for that last a bit long. Next is my monologue. So basically, you'll go in midair and you'll be basically invisible for all the time here. Next is Scorpion Laser. The first move is blockable, but it will come out, and I want to show what the trees can do. I want to show what the flowers can do, so I'm going to shoot it on the ground next time. And here in a second. I might have to like do it pretty far away here to get it off, but and we'll still shouldn't take me to last because it kind of lasts a while. So I'll shut it off in a second. Here we go. We'll do it. And this is what I think they just might sprout a tree. A blockable trees again. I'll show off the damage for those trees later. Okay, time to show the. Ooh, we lied again. Hold up. Now we're gonna show off 7-page movie, and it goes through guard here. It's kind of a very long animation, so you gotta bear with it for a second. The 7-page Muda, here we go. It's a okay way, I feel like, to get points, but I feel like it really wastes a lot of your time. It takes away your awakening. It doesn't take any of your awakening, but it lasted so long that it ought to just take your awakening. It says 0, but it does 5 at the end. But it's because he was blocking, but yeah. And we'll show off the little animation it does if it kills you. And yeah. Okay, yeah, we are really getting glitched with Giorno here. We have to reset almost every time we use the awakening. How long are we in? 20? 26 minutes? Okay. Or 27, I mean. At least we'll show off the damage here. Oh, I want to kill these guys first, so we can still full damage. I wish, Muda! Oh, what the? Why did a tree come out? Oh. That's, the good part about Giorno. He has one for the stand users in JoJo. For stand users in this game, he does have the most AoE for the stand users. I'm almost 100% sure. Okay, so now we'll show up the damage here. And the Scorpion Laser, if you're able to hit the whole thing, will do. We'll show off how much it's doing. 7-page it does about 90 damage. That's fairly good. The monologue does not do damage. And now we'll show how much scorpions do with the trees. Okay, so the trees do 8 damage. We saw it right there. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, so we got it glitched again. Well, I'm gonna show off normal Giorno right now, in a second anyways. So, I guess we'll go over weaknesses first. The weakness I feel like with normal Giorno is that he doesn't really have any transportation. There's really nothing, like, a staller could very well stall you out fairly easy. I feel like Frog takes a long time to come out. Sometimes it just doesn't come out, sometimes it really comes out a lot. I feel like Tree has decent AoE, right, but it's still pretty hard to hit, like, and it's my favorite barrage in the game. It's not the really, yeah, it's my favorite barrage in the game, and yeah, there's really nothing too too bad about him. I would say like the only problem is that if someone's running away from him, it's pretty hard for him to catch them. So, and now we'll go on to the awakening here. I also want to show off his little effect that he gets. So return to zero gives you some health, but I think he just does it automatically. You know, do it automatically when you use it. So that's awesome. So I don't even know what the fun of return to zero is. I guess it's just to get, if you want to do it earlier, but and that's about it. But I'm pretty sure you just do it automatically already, right? I say the weakness with this one is that the Muda Barrage takes way too long. 7-page Muda. I understand they want to get the full effect there, but it really wastes your time, especially in free-for-alls. It gives you good points, but it's probably better just to do a Life Punch and Muda Barrage, and you probably get the same thing with like 3 times less time. And which, yeah, I would just, that's the biggest weakness. 7-page Muda lasts way too long, so it takes away way too much of your awakening. And well, we'll see if this little requiem thing. So, yeah. So at the end of your awakening, you'll just heal up if you survive. But if you're about to die, you just use return to zero and you'll survive. And that's Giorno. I guess I'll do some combos here in a second. Oh, I can't, bro. This reset thing is really annoying. But yeah. I would say his combos are just basically just life punch. Like I wouldn't, again, since he's a JoJo character, don't really ladder with them. They're better just on the floor because they can combo their stand rushes. And in his awakening, you don't really need to do combos because his moves are just very easy to hit. So I don't really think there's a point. And all his moves basically go through block and awakening, and the rest are just kind of just like there and fit. Like you just get immunity. Like return to zero just gives all your health back, and monologue just makes you invincible for a certain amount of time. Well, that's my review of Giorno and Dioavolo.